Hello, my wonderful Trails in the Sky fans. Welcome back to our next episode. Alrighty, so one thing I just wanted to quickly mention, which I forgot to say on the last episode. So what you can do is just go ahead and load up one of your autosaves from just before Tita leaves the party. Go ahead and remove her augments and her equipment, just so you have access to those right away, because she's not going to be joining the party again for a while. So you might as well make use of that equipment. I have gone ahead and just quickly gone over here and unlock some more quartz. What you'll want to go ahead and grab is going to be, so you got HP 3, go ahead and get a confuse. So you're going to want to get yourself a shield 2, evade 3, you've got a sleep as well. Let's see, I think I went ahead and got another EP cut 2. An EP3. Hit 3 will probably go ahead and grab a little later on, but this is the setup I have for Estelle and Joshua. Alrighty, so today's episode I'm mainly going to be catching up with the lovely NPCs of the Zeiss region. The Bracer Guild is going to be one of the last places we go to, so let's go ahead and see what everyone has to say. Welcome to the Zeiss Central Factory. If you have any questions, please let me know. Welcome to maintenance. This may seem like just a service window, but we're a full part of the factory's augment division, as fully equipped as any shop. Please feel free to make full use of our facilities. Alrighty, now we actually get to go ahead and use the stairs, which will probably end up being a little quicker than using the elevator, especially because we can just zoom around. Let's go ahead and see what everyone has to say. Door is locked. Oh, a new face. Welcome to Archives. My name is Constance. Go ahead and look through any book that catches your eye. I suppose I might as well make most of the elevator while it's there. That one fella quitting ain't much of a help either. Right now, the Arceli ain't much more a gussied up transport ship. We don't do something about finishing it, and all that time and work's wasted. This new engine for the Arceli is turning into quite a formidable problem. We were waiting for Clive and Ruan to join in collaborative research, but he declined our offer. And as things currently stand, we're unable to move forward. Oh, I remember Clive. Now, where are those papers I set aside before I left? Of course, by before I mean prior to my trip to the Royal Academy, and that was quite a while ago. Haven't we... What? Now that you mention it, we did meet previously when we were in Ruan. I thought so, you two were a real help that time. I appreciate you finding the orbital gun prototype for me. Oh yeah, you're that science guy. How'd all your research and stuff end up doing anyway? I think it's safe to say the orbital gun's research is moving along nicely. It will take time to properly micronize the components, but we can do it. If things go smoothly, we can have them on the shelves soon. I hope they end up big sellers. I do like the fact that you can find people later on in the story and speak to them. It makes the world feel more connected. Recently, Ray had me try some kind of vile anti-nap food product sample. It looks like a tomato, but it's terribly bitter. It definitely made me forget any thoughts of sleep, but now I can't get the taste out of my mouth. That's like calling mouse traps on your earlobes anti-sleep aids. Ouch. This term I was supposed to be studying greenhouses. Do you know what studying greenhouses means? Quite literally, you are watching the grass grow. Boring and, more importantly, unremarkable. So I decided to breed a new species of tomato. It rescued me, so to speak. So, you would like to sample my tomato, Well, I think we do need that for a request later on, so I've gone ahead and grabbed it. Is something the matter? This is the factory clinic. We're equipped for dealing with conventional illness too, so don't hesitate to come in. Cool. Let's see. A problem with mode changeover means that something is probably wrong with the memory. Have you run a full diagnostic on the memory core yet? Currently, the orbital calculator is in poor condition. We can't seem to repair it no matter what we try. It seems to act up when we switch modes. Do you have any ideas to share with us? It just really bugs me. I fix one thing and another thing pops up because of it. I'm never gonna finish. She seems like a pretty smart kid considering she's helping the supervisor out. This is the roof. Wow, nice view. Guess that's everyone spoken to, so let's go ahead and get into Zeiss proper. You look like you've been working hard. How about a nice cold drink? Right, whatever you got to sell to me. Okay, we've got all of those items. Welcome! I have all kinds of beautiful flowers. Please take a look. Okay, so it's to the landing port over there. Let's go ahead and see who is at the landing port. The airliner Cecilia is currently in port, having just arrived from the west. For all passengers en route to the Grand Hill region, please proceed to the gates. It's a cat called Antony. Terrible with pronouncing names. Docking is a go. Time for final liftoff check. Anyone else here? I guess not. Not a too overly large area to explore, which is nice. Easy to keep track of everyone. Mother, there are enough flowers on the veranda. Oh, look at these flowers. I'd love to plant these on the veranda, but I'm afraid the colours might clash. Whoa, what's this? Some kind of moving staircase? It is a really long climb, so I guess it would be tough without it. Yeah, but to have the whole thing moving underneath you? This place has been full of surprises ever since we got here. No kidding. Nice. Alrighty, so where have we got to explore here? Various shops, Bracer Guild is right over there. That's incredible. A staircase that moves. Okay, so this is the chapel over here. The church is quite simple, isn't it? So different from the surrounding buildings. I wonder if there's a revolving chair or some other hidden gimmick. This is the last stop on my liberal pilgrimage. Quite a strange feeling. Welcome to the Septune Church. Please approach and pray. Welcome to the Septune Church. I am here to help you with anything spiritual or mundane. Nobody extra here. Ah, the memories. I helped Professor Russell build this orbital clock. Orbits drive it, you know. Long as the orbital power don't stop, the clock will keep running. Not many remember the old days anymore when Zeiss was that clock town. First orbitally powered clock made in year 1162 of the Septune calendar by Zeissian manufacturers. Okay, probably can't exit just yet. The balance is all off again. Maybe if I move that can on the left a little more. Okay, anyone hiding behind here? Just about time to check our inventory. Once the order's assembled, we'll take all the goods to the Republic via the Wolf Port. House over there. Okay, that goes to the plains, so I think just need to speak to everybody on the main road and we are good. So let's go in here first. Oh, are you all bracers? Stain Arms and Guards has the means to fill your needs. My shop is just across the street from the Bracer Guild, so drop by any time. Some fancy houses here. Hold up. Oh, it doesn't have a back door, which means he has a bedroom. Okay, cool. I wonder if it's his wife at the desk. I just got back from Rouen. I heard that the Arceli was seen flying around Rouen. It's a shame. If I had stayed a little longer, I bet I could have seen it myself. My family just returned from a trip to Rouen. They had a wonderful time. I wish Mum had come with us on our trip to Rouen, but it was no use. She's got this phobia about airships. Bracer Guild's the last place we are going. Greetings, weapon enthusiasts. Welcome to Stain Arms and Guards. Do the sight of fell accoutrements make your palms sweaty? Well, shop here. We cater to the violently inclined. What a speech. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and get the spike rod, the Gurkha knives. So you don't need the gun just yet. She's not going to be joining us for a little while. Let's go ahead though and get 2 metal jackets, 2 of the craft shoes, pearl earrings, gold pendant, mirage ring, prevents petrify. Yeah, probably need a couple of those just in case. Standard gift for utility workers. Just gonna go ahead and buy one of those and one of these for the achievements to collect everything. And you'll see in the bottom left why we needed all of that money before coming here. So let's go ahead and equip everybody with the new toys. And the metal jacket. And the craft shoes. Spike rod. The metal jacket. And the craft shoes. Perfect. Decisions. Do I want a balanced general use weapon, or do I want an ace in the hole cannon? I ought to just buy both and stop wasting time worrying. What do I do? Father told me to go buy bread. All this bread looks the same. Which one do I choose? Come on in. Welcome to Bell Station. We're the only store that carries everything from food to everyday goods. And here is where you can buy all of your ingredients. Oh, look at that. Cute fluffy yarn cap. A great gift for a young girl. Buy one of those. There's the issue of the label, just in case you missed it in the last area. And all of the items you need for making the items for the infinite mirror trick. Oh dear. This month's going to be a tight one. Who are you guys? Pirates or ninjas? Home at last. Yep, I just got back from a little trip to Rouen. I had a good time, but I sure am glad to be back at home. Hello, haven't seen you all before. Passing through? Well, come in and rest. Got some new recipes here. Go ahead and get one of each to fill out our recipe book. Let's go and eat those now. Where are the others? Rotini pasta, black pepper soup, and the seasonal tart. Seems like this soup can help you concentrate, but I wonder if it really does anything. I mean, it's water, bouillon, vegetables, and pepper. Oh, is that everybody upstairs? Alrighty. I think we've pretty much caught up with the majority of the people here. Where else to go? So we've got the hotel here too. Oh, it's a woman here. Makes a change. Welcome to the Zanrid Hotel. We have every amenity to suit your needs. I think you'll find your stay a pleasant one. You never can go in this room, can you? No. Okay, sheets are done. Let's stock the room amenities. Stock them, I say. Lots of stuff still to do. Time to unleash the fury, Emma. She sounds very passionate about her job. Anyone else here for us to speak to? I guess not. Oh, was another room there that we didn't check out. We got a house here. Louise, why are you so lazy? Hurry up and make the bed. I can't take my nap. Pot kettle black. Louise, are you listening? Make the bed. Will you shut up a second? I'm looking for a book. Make the bed yourself if you want a nap so bad. Anyone in here? Here we go. Looks like the problems. Too engrossed in his work to know that two strangers have just entered his lab. It's probably the professor that we need to speak to. Alrighty, to the Bracer Guild we go. We've spoken to everybody here. Hi there. Pardon us. We're finally here, I see. Estelle, Joshua, welcome to Zeiss. Huh? You know us? I've already been briefed of your arrival from one Jean at the Rouen branch. A girl with chestnut hair tied in twin ponytails and a boy with black hair and amber eyes. That is you, is it not? Okay. My name is Kilika. Zeiss welcomes your service. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, same here. The pleasure is ours. I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like to proceed with the formalities of changing your affiliation. If you'll just sign these documents. Okay. Estelle and Joshua signed the assignment change forms. That should do it. You are both now affiliates of the Zeiss Regional Guild. There are no urgent matters that must be seen to currently. You are free to check the bulletin board and work at your own pace. That's kind of disappointing, but hey, a little peace and quiet can be a good thing. Oh right, I had a question to ask. About Cassius, correct? She can read minds? Did Jean tell you about him too? The whole sordid matter. I'm sorry to have to say that Cassius is not currently in the Zeiss region. He only stops in every few months or so. Figures. That just leaves Gransel, or maybe... I believe I might be able to provide you with a lead in another matter. Please, take this. What's this? It is a letter of introduction to the head of the central factory, one Mr. Murdoch. He is basically like the mayor of the Zeiss region. Is this in regards to the matter of the Black Ornament? The stories of the mayor's residence paint it as a very mysterious item. I'd suggest that you consult with the factory chief and see what he has to say. Wow, you really got this all planned out. Do you have some kind of superpower, Kilika? My business is to provide support for bracers such as yourselves. I simply decipher the intelligence that's provided and pass it on, as the mandates of my job require. Wow. We really appreciate your assistance. Think nothing of it. I trust that you will return to assist us should a major incident occur. Haha, you can count on us when the time comes. Well, do you want to go ahead and see the factory chief? Sounds good to me. First go to the central factory and meet with the factory chief Murdoch. You should be able to get some sort of information about this ordnance. Alright, so we've got a couple of quests to go and do right now. So the temporary librarian one we want to get out of the way as quickly as possible, because once we start advancing through the main quest, it's going to be irritating trying to get to some of the regions that we need to get to. So let's go ahead and... Yep, no new dialogue. Let's head to the factory. And we are going to be talking to our friend Constance on the second floor. She's the librarian who needs some help. Excuse me. We saw your request on the bulletin board. Oh my, you're here already. I only just put in the request a little while ago. Well, we had just come in to change assignments, so we were ready for work. Well, shall we get started then? That's fine. This is about hiring the temporary librarian, right? Yes, that's right. It's turned out to be much more of an ordeal than expected. What kind of ordeal? I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand though, I have a matter that I would like you to help settle. Consider it a favour if you will. What kind of matter are you referring to? The archives have loaned out some books out to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to get our books back. What? That's simple. Where do we have to go? Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room and the 4th floor lab and clinic. 3rd floor design room, 4th floor lab and clinic. Got it. Is that everything? Yes. Please come back once you have them. Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. Okay, we've got 1 floor. See, here we go. Septium Optic Annals. This is just like when we had to get the books from the Genus Royal Academy. Another book should be... I said it's in the clinic. Oh, there it is. Kitty Talk for Dummies. This should be it. Tomorrow's cooking. So let's go ahead and have a quick browse through these books before we give them up. So, Kitty Talk for Dummies. Things to be aware of when speaking in feline. Pronunciation of the feline language has distinct characteristics depending on the region and may differ slightly from the following information. This could be considered comparable to dialects in the human tongue. In addition, since the number of elongated vowel sounds indicated by the tilde character are intimately related to a cat's personality and emotional state, there's quite a broad range of variation. That being said, I have attempted to compile a list of the most common expressions. Oh wow. This is a whole book on speaking to cats. That's scary. Tomorrow's cooking. So this is a book taken, contains candid kitty conversations. Meow. It mainly speculates about the future of cooking. Cooking is a science. Recipes for the new millennium. Today I will be introducing one of my newest cooking recipes, especially for those readers of this book. And that recipe is none other than, drum roll please, can you guess what it is? Bouillabaisse? That's right, this delectable dish of unobtrusive monster bits is one that everyone can enjoy. Follow my groundbreaking recipe and that monster corpse you've been dragging around will taste simply divine. Now whip out your sword and let's get started. Ingredients: 2 juicy bone, 2 fish fillet, 1 crisp onion, red pepper, add to taste, clear gelatin, add to taste. Directions: wash juicy bones thoroughly with water. If you are still bothered by the scent, then try boiling them. Or if all else fails, ram a clove of garlic deep into each nostril. Finally chop crisp onion, chop juicy bones and fish fillet into edible sized pieces. Lightly rinse clear gelatin in water after unraveling it. Sauté ingredients in a heated frying pan. After fish fillets has been lightly cooked, add water or soup and simmer until liquid has half evaporated. Lastly, add clear gelatin and bring to a boil, remove from heat and wait for thickening. After clear gelatin thickens, cut it into edible sized pieces. Your bouillabaisse is now ready. You may eat it as is or heating it with a light, little flashy herbal magic makes for a great dinner show. This dish is great for lunchboxes and scaring small children, and also does not sound very pleasant. Oh, yay, we unlocked the recipe. Septium Optic Annals. Collections of these are routinely published. General theory. The current state of orbal technology research, particulars, research pertaining to orbal energy attributes on a quartz interface, R&D for high output orbal guns which utilize zero defect crystals, statistical predictions of precipitation defects due to interference field formation, relative cascade geometry and propulsion efficiency under low orbal energy conditions, mechanical calculation, acceleration through the use of orbal energy storing cycloidal gears within a tourbillon. General theory. The current state of orbal technology research. During these 50 years since the orbal revolution, the central factory has striven in the reform of orbal technology by working out a number of applicable methods for its use. Currently, the research findings of the same factory have been utilized in all facets of society and have greatly contributed to the development of the industry. However, on the flip side of all these remarkable achievements, the field of basic research has been disregarded as a thing of naught. What is orbal energy and what are the fundamental operating principles of an orbman? Now in an age where social appraisal of technological research has become an unchallenged part of life, it leaves us to beg the question of whether or not we should return to basics. Sounds like a very interesting book. Let's go return it. Oh, are you done? Haha, we brought them for you. Good. Now, we have all the books again. I thank you for your assistance. Haha, it was no big deal. We didn't have any issues. That's good to hear. In that case, perhaps I should go ahead and ask you for help with my favourite type of work. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having some significant problems somewhere along the line. So what kind of work is it? Just like before, we need some overdue materials returned. The book in question is called The Herb Woodpecker. We'll make a note of that. Right, Herb Woodpecker. So it's a book on birds, right? So do you have any clues for us? Yes, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this. Approach the man of stone standing in silence within the mountain village pond, and ye shall receive. Okay, I wrote that down. But what the heck is it? It was written on a card that was taken from the book. I imagine that it's some kind of hint as to its whereabouts. A hint of bad poetry, maybe. So it was only borrowed because someone with way too much time on their hands wanted to hide it somewhere? Evidently so. It's the sort of trick that researchers used to play on each other long ago. I have no idea what would possess someone to hide a book, of all things. But we certainly have our fair share of unusual characters. It's not surprising that any of them might follow such a bizarre custom. Anyway, I leave this matter in your capable hands. Please bring the book back. Hey, hold on a second. Is this the only lead we have? I'm afraid so. But the guild sent you, so I have every confidence in your ability. Well, that's just awesome. Understood. It will be difficult work, but we will do all that we can. You may have to search every nook and cranny in Zeiss, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll be waiting here. When you do find it, please bring it back to me. Let's get this show on the road then. I look forward to seeing you again. Alrighty, and with that, I think this is going to be a great place for us to call the episode for today. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode comes out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.